So hey guys, it's Nathan Liu 52 here, and today we're going to be looking at some more Injustice Gods Among Us 2. Now today we're going to be looking at some potential characters as well as the mobile game and perhaps a prequel comic, as well as wrapping up San Diego Comic Con 2016. Anyway, let's get right into it. So before we begin, let's wrap up what we already know. So less than 2 months ago, all this Injustice 2 hype started with PlayStation releasing this trailer, which is kind of like a trailer of all these Injustice 2 characters fighting it out, like the Flash, Superman, Aquaman, Batman. And there was a lot of speculation about Injustice 2 before that, but this basically confirmed it. And more recently, NetherRealm have introduced a couple of new trailers, like the Blue Beetle Wonder Woman trailer, which introduced 2 characters into the game, as well as some gameplay trailers, which introduced some other characters into the game. So the 9 characters we already know will definitely be on Injustice 2 are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Blue Beetle, Supergirl, Atrocitus, and Gorilla Grodd. So it seems like in Injustice 2 we get to see some characters that are a bit less known, like Blue Beetle or Atrocitus or even Gorilla Grodd. And Ed Boon from NetherRealm's team even confirmed that at San Diego Comic Con, saying what's cool about Injustice is that we've covered the most known of the DC fighters. Now we're getting into the lesser known, but sometimes even cooler characters. We really get to dive into some of the really deep characters this time around, which obviously left people to think about what other characters are to come for Injustice 2. And there were some predictions after seeing this t-shirt that the Mortal Kombat X guys are giving away at the MKX Pro League Season 3 finals. So when you first see this shirt that they're giving away, what you first see is just an Injustice 2 piece of merchandise. But when you look closer, you can realise that there are 9 different symbols on the shirt. The first one we see is Aquaman's trident, which is obviously no big deal, as we already know that Aquaman will be in Injustice 2. So to the right of the trident, we get to see a mask, which is obviously either Batman's or Batgirl's. And we already know that Batman will be on Injustice Gods Among Us 2, so let's just hope it's Batgirl, because I would love to see Batgirl on the story mode of Injustice 2. So to the top right of the shirt, we get to see a rather peculiar object. People have said it's Wonder Woman's shield, but if you look a bit more closely, it kind of looks like the Batwing from Batman v Superman. So it could either mean Batman or it could either mean Wonder Woman. You choose. The next symbol we see is the symbol for the House of L, which means it's either Superman or Supergirl. And we already know that these characters will be in Injustice 2, so there's not much speculation about that one. So smack bang in the middle of the shirt, we get to see a boot. Now I think this can mean 3 things. The first thing is it's either the Flash's boot, the second thing is it could be Wonder Woman's boot, and the third thing is it's pretty far out, but I think it actually could be one of the other variations of the Flash's boot, like maybe Kid Flash Wally West or even Jay Garrick's boot. That would be really cool if they were in Justice 2. And next to this mysterious boot, we get to see this big hammer, which is no doubt Harley's mallet. And she was in Injustice 1, so which means we'll be seeing her again in Injustice 2 as Harley Quinn. Now, the next thing on this shirt is the thing that raised the most questions and excitement. And it's something that looks like a helmet, but everyone who loves DC knows that it's Dr. Fate's helmet. Now, Dr. Fate is a character who is a master at magic and one of the most powerful characters in the entire DC universe. Because now seeing him in Injustice 2 would be a dream come true, and that would be so, so cool. Now, the next thing on our shirt here is a gun. Now, there are a lot of theories about this one, but I think the biggest one is that it's Captain Cold's gun. Now, if you didn't know, Captain Cold is one of the rogues and an enemy of Flash. He appeared in the TV show once, and it would be really cool to have someone with that kind of power at his fingertips on Injustice Gods Among Us 2. So the final thing on the shirt is a Green Lantern power battery. Now this could belong to any one of the human Green Lanterns. This includes Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, or John Stewart. Now interestingly enough, You'd think a character as important as Green Lantern would have already been announced for Injustice 2, but he actually hasn't, so we're still waiting for him. Now, Injustice wouldn't be Injustice without its amazing story mode. I absolutely loved it, and you should go check it out, get the game. It's absolutely amazing. But if you didn't know, Injustice and DC have paired up to actually create a comic series that's still running for what happened before the Injustice Gods Among Us story mode on the game, and it's almost about to finish at year 5. So obviously Injustice 2 was going to get one too, and it's just going to be about what's happening after they defeated Regime Superman and everything after that up to the start of the Injustice 2 story mode, which is still unconfirmed. And fans knew that this would be coming, but the real surprise came when they announced that Tom Taylor would be writing the books. Now, Tom Taylor actually was the first ever writer for the Injustice comics and wrote the comics from year 1 to year 3. So as well as having a comic series like Injustice 1, it looks like Injustice Gods Among Us 2 will also get a mobile game, just like Injustice Gods Among Us 1. So now I'm going to play a little clip of NetherRealm creative director Ed Boon talking to the IGN team about the mobile game, which basically confirms an Injustice 2 mobile game, which will be really exciting.
And then the original Injustice eventually came to mobile.
Yeah.
Is that something you're exploring doing for Injustice 2 as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I always describe the mobile game and the comic as like the two children that the game had that graduated and went on to become really successful.
You're a proud father.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's definitely going to be an Injustice Mobile 2 app as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So guys, I completely cannot wait for that, and I will definitely have that game on the channel if I choose to continue into 2017, because the game's release has not been stated yet. But if I could continue my channel, I will definitely have Injustice 2 on my channel, especially the mobile one. That is so awesome. I cannot wait for Injustice 2, the comic, the game, mobile. Epic, absolutely epic. And finally, for this video today, we are going to be looking at just a quick wrap up of what San Diego Comic-Con 2016 gave us, because it was quite an exciting Comic-Con. So let's get straight into the wrap up. So on the DC side of things, we got to see new trailers for Justice League, Wonder Woman, the Lego Batman movie, the Flash TV series, the Arrow TV series, and the Legend of Tomorrow TV series. We also got to see the infamous Injustice 2 Blue Beetle and Wonder Woman trailer. And on the Marvel side of things, the main big gun we got was obviously the Doctor Strange trailer, the second one, and we also got trailers for 5 different TV shows, which will all be on Netflix, and the TV shows were Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Legion. So basically a summary of San Diego Comic-Con 2016 was basically that DC dominated most of the Comic-Con, obviously over Marvel, because Marvel didn't go up with much big guns, but DC obviously went full on. They got Justice League, they got Wonder Woman, they got Injustice 2, amazing, full on. They also got the new seasons for 3 different TV shows. I know Marvel got 5, but DC got 3 of like major TV shows, so that was pretty good. So basically, I think DC actually got more successful than Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con 2016. So unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up there. Please leave a big fat thumbs up if you want to see more Injustice 2 on my channel, and also leave a comment on what you want to expect and what you want from Injustice 2. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Also, be sure to check out my other Injustice 2 video. Link will be in the description. And also be sure to check out my friends' channels. Links will also be in the description, as well as the link to the original IGN interview with Ed Boon. So be sure to check those out. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. NathanLu52 out.